We are here at RBI's headquarter in Mumbai after today's monetary policy, and I'm joined by my colleague Ankur Mishra. So Ankur, today's policy was on expected lines?
Yes, Anurag, the wide expectation, in fact 100% of the respondents which we polled had said that there will be pause in the monetary policy, and it happened. There was not even a surprise in terms of stance. The wide expectation was that the stance will be retained, and he has said loud and clear that withdrawal of accommodation is something which RBI will continue. Although this time also, if you see the details, it was said that 5:1 is the voting which has happened, and it's anybody's guess who would have voted against the stance, because we have seen in the past Mr. Jayant Verma has been quite critical of the withdrawal of the stance which Reserve Bank of India has been continuing till now. But apart from that, there has been some interesting announcements, and especially he has cleared the air, and which was widely not expected, regarding rupees 2000 note.
Yes, that he has clearly mentioned that till now 50% of 2000 rupees note already.
Nobody thought that.
So out of 3.62 lakh crore, around 1.80 lakh crore already came into the system, which is 50%, and over and above that, 85% of this 1.8 lakh crore, it's 85% has been deposited, which comes around 1.44 lakh crore. So this is a surprising thing.
Yes.
It's been just less than a month only, and 50% of the 2000 rupees currency is already back to the system, and 85% in form of bank deposits.
So definitely it is going to improve banks' health. They were all wondering that, if you see that our discussions were hovering around whether or not banks will be able to garner the deposits because in high interest rate regime, and actually the numbers, Q4 numbers, if you see, most of the banks were lagging in the deposit growth. If the credit growth was 2x, the deposit growth was 1x.
So this 1.44 lakh crore will help in the liquidity?
It will help, but at the same time, RBI is quite cautious in the fact of the liquidity management, because they have been conducting those auctions to mitigate that effect, so that the system is maintained. But for banks' health, it is definitely the money which is coming into the banking system. But most important is that how much of the money actually stays, that we need to see 2 months, 3 months data. But not only this 2000 rupee notes, he also cautioned the investors, if you can highlight.
And one more thing, he clarified that there is no plan to introduce new 1000 rupees note and to withdraw 500 rupees existing note. So nobody should speculate about this, that RBI is not thinking at all to introduce new 1000 rupees note and taking back existing 500 rupees note. So that has also been clarified by the RBI governor. On the inflation front,
right,
still RBI governor is little cautious about the inflation target.
Definitely, he has said time and again that inflation is the priority of MPC. This time, although there is a slight cut in the target from 5.2%, it has been now 5.1%. But one thing, he has been very clear in his statement and very vocal, that the inflation target is far from over. This is not getting achieved, at least in this current financial year. And till the time inflation is not at target, the efforts will continue from Reserve Bank of India. Although one thing which we all noticed and asked RBI Governor was also that this time he did not say that it's a pause, it's just a pause, not a pivot. This time he said that the steps will continue. However, he has responded that it should be seen as a fact that the steps from Reserve Bank of India, as and when it is warranted, it will continue.
And there are few more decisions related to the RuPay. So now domestic banks would be able to issue RuPay Forex card. So that is a very big development. Apart from that, PPI players also will be able to issue e-vouchers, digital e-vouchers. So
how will it impact? Do you think that, already we are into the digital rupee into system? Now this PPI coming into play, do you think that it will even enhance the options for consumers?
So we have to think, because still there is no clarity when CBDC will be launched.
Right.
Today, Deputy Governor has mentioned that they are targeting till the end of June, they are targeting around 1 lakh customers, but still there is no clarity when it will be launched. The process is on, and he said that like UPI interoperability for CBDC also, there will be UPI based QR code. That has been clarified by him.
And And one more clarification which the whole market was wondering was regarding ECL provisioning. You would have seen that we at ET Now had also reported that banks had been told that informally that they will be given sufficient time for implementation of these guidelines. But today, Reserve Bank of India Governor has specifically said that in all these kind of transitions, RBI generally gives time to banks, but specifically for ECL provisioning, because there will be some impact on the capital of banks. He has said that sufficient time will be given to banks. So such kind of speculation that from June 1st it is going to be implemented, no. This is just a speculation. RBI is going to give sufficient time to bank for the transitioning. As far as the ECL provisioning is concerned, there has been more consumer-centric announcements as well from Reserve Bank of India. If I can...
related to the Bharat bill payment system, scope will be enhanced for the Bharat bill pay system. That is the consumer-centric announcement in today's policy. So I think from all the perspective, from consumer, from market, from industry, this policy has given some sort of hope to everyone.
Right. $1 million question, which even after any policy, the consumers will ask, what will be the impact on my rates? This time there is a pause, but the good news is that overall, if you see the rates which were there in the system, that has come down slightly, although it's a slight dip, that is around 22 bips or so. But do you think that the transitioning of these rates, there will be some comfort to banks?
In today's address only, RBI Governor have mentioned that from last year May 2022 till now they have increased rates by 250 basis points. Right. So real impact will be over in next few weeks. So he has mentioned that the overall transaction, which takes time, so that has completed and it will be seen in next few weeks or few days.
Definitely. So one key takeaway is that deposit side, banks are sitting on a quite healthy position. So there is no urgency for increasing the rates because they are anyways getting some amount of deposit from rupees 2000 notes. Plus lending rates have come down slightly. Now we need to wait and see what happens in the next ALCO meeting of the bank, how they assess the situation, net demand, terms, liability. That is how they decide on the rates. But for now, Reserve Bank of India has given a key signal that it's a pause this time and future actions will continue if it is needed.